So the next phase, once we've done all of the measuring at the venue, once we've marked the floor plans, once we really understand the space well and we've got our standard products assigned, we then go on to design templates. So we do two different types of design templates. We do Adobe Illustrator design templates that are used for clients to put their artwork into. And we also do Photoshop mock-up templates. And these are for people to be able to chuck their design into, press one button, and it shows a client what their design would look like mocked up onto a registration desk, a wall, a pillar, a floor. And we've got templates in both camps we've got. So let's talk about the design templates first. We take measurements at the venue and gather all of that information and catalogue it, but it's not enough to send a client just measurements to say that wall is 3 meters by 2 meters. The better thing to do is to design a template that has things like the plug socket shown in the template to say avoid that, to show when that door opens to the left of that wall, it's going to block the left-hand side of that wall, so don't put any key text in that area. Or to show that if that pillar in front of that wall, when you approach from that door, that blocks the right in the center of that area. So we recommend not putting something in that area. So we do templates in order to show sizing, but also to show bleed information about how much extra someone needs to add around the outside. And they also get obstructions and instructions. So they get obstructions to show what to avoid, but also instructions on do this, don't do this, save it out in this way. So there's often lots of conversations from art workers when they first get in touch with us to say things like, what file format do you need? What DPI do you need? What kind of color formatting do you need? All that information is inside the templates and is a super helpful guide for the designer to then look at. And when we deliver those design templates to designers, the overwhelming feedback that we get from them is, oh my goodness, this is incredibly helpful. Why doesn't every venue not do this? This has made my life so easy. And the couple of things that help with that is, one, we tend to get artwork back from clients quicker because we've provided the information in a really helpful way. Secondly, they enjoy the process of designing with us because we've made their lives so simple. And thirdly, it means that there's a lot less room for error on the day where we go, oh, if we'd only known when that door opened it was going to block that, we would have designed that differently. So we've thought about stuff, we've planned, we know the space, and it's, again, part of us being venue experts is doing that. So that's those templates are then stored in the cloud, and when a client gets in touch with us and gives us the order that they're interested in and they agree a quote with us, we press one button and it automatically from the quote pulls all of those templates into a download link that we then send the client, and they're then able to pass that on to their designer and download that. A couple of other things that come in that download are a graphics tracking sheet. So that is a sheet, essentially an Excel sheet that has every single line item that the client has ordered laid out with all the sizing, all the information in it, the deadline date that we require that artwork back from them, as well as the priority of those items from us to say these are the items to work on first, work on these next. So that's a really helpful thing. The other thing that you get in that download file is the floor plans, which is incredibly helpful for somebody to know, where is this template, where is this on the floor plan, where am I designing for? So the branding document that they will have seen from the very initial inquiry, the templates, the floor plans and the graphics tracker, all really helpful tools to give clients everything they need to be able to make their event a success from a design perspective. So that's the templates for Illustrator and their designs, and then we move on to the Photoshop template. So these really are both an inspirational item, but also expectation setting, and finally a sales tool. So clients will often want to see what something is going to look like before buying it, and so by using these Photoshop templates, we can then mock up very quickly what someone's design is going to look like in a certain space, and that particularly helps very large clients or agencies that really need to be able to show their client exactly what they're proposing we do in terms of branding. And so this process is absolutely loved by agencies who often spend hours in the middle of the night creating these files. If we've got them already, they absolutely love working with the venue and working with us. So that's the Photoshop templates. The only other thing that is really helpful for you guys as a venue is that if you get a big client that you really want to impress, just send us a quick email saying, hey guys, would you be able to mock up what a couple of items from branding look like in the venue with this client's logo? We will happily then mock up different items around the venue to give them inspiration, send those back to you, and as a venue, you can then show clients that you've done some additional research, so you've done a bit of extra work to really woo them, and hopefully that can really help to show the venue that they really, that you really care to the client, and then they will obviously be really hopefully wowed by that and impressed by it, which should hopefully win you more business. So those are the two types of templates: design templates in one hand and the Photoshop mock-up templates in the other. Hope that helps.